Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, today is the GOP first GOP debate, and although we're not going to be mainly talking about that today, we're going to be focusing more on the successes of Donald J. Trump and through his whole polling through the so-called the election of 2024 and the primaries. There have been some changes, uh, mainly in Utah and in Arizona. So, yes, it is kind of concerning that Donald Trump is skipping out of the GOP debate. It is a big blunder, I think. I think it's going to hurt him a little bit because what it's basically saying is despite, yeah, sure, Donald Trump being so big in the polls, big lead in the polls, you still want to communicate with the people. You need to go at your attackers. And substantially, what's happening now is you're going to see Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, Asa Hutchinson. They're going to go all off on Donald Trump without Donald Trump to defend himself. And that is going to probably hurt Trump because Trump won't be there to fact check all this. So yeah, I think I know what Red Eagle politics is saying, but I personally disagree. It's probably going to go back at him hard when it comes to these debates. However, I do think he can still win, possibly, if he continues to join into these debates here. But other than that, Donald Trump is doing very well. Very well. He has momentum. Joe Biden has none. None, zero. He has anti Trumpers and that only care about stopping Donald Trump. And that's it. And other than that, Democrats, they want Michelle Obama. And Michelle Obama has confirmed so many times that she wouldn't run for president. And here, the Democratic Party is begging Michelle Obama to run because they know they're in trouble. So, yes, it's looking good for the GOP as of right now. I think it's more even, but if you have to choose getting the better end of the stick, it's probably Trump, because let's be honest, a lot of people don't like Trump. A lot of people don't like Biden. But here's the thing: people are focused on the present. People forget how bad, quote unquote, things were under Trump. A lot of people will say, no, America was so great under Trump. Like, for instance, the economy. So why could you hate Donald Trump? So yeah, his basically economic records could help him, but of course, yeah. So yes, there has been some changes. Let's take a look at the primaries first. Yes, not much changes. However, there was a new poll in July. I kind of skipped over that. Donald Trump furtherly progressing his momentum in Utah. It's potentially no longer a competitive state anymore. But yeah, only 2024 is going to only tell, right? So we have the Utah election in 2024 next year. But so yeah, potentially, yeah, that polls can be very wrong. Absolutely. Uh, so that's something to consider. So the polls could be wrong in Utah. Utah could end up being a close state after all, but as of right now, Donald Trump's doing pretty well in the state of Utah. Nothing much changes on this map at all as of polls are slow. Mainly the polls that we are focusing on is Missouri and not Missouri. I was looking at the Reds. Excuse me, Iowa and New Hampshire, right? Those are the two early ones. Less than a year, we'll be talking about Iowa, New Hampshire, and those are our two states that will be polling our first. So those are our two states. Let's look at the presidential election. You'll see, yes, Trump has taken back Arizona. Uh, a couple weeks ago, Joe Biden has won a poll in Arizona. Now, if you think, oh yeah, and by the way, uh, Joe Biden winning the poll in Arizona concluded that Biden had the lead when it came to the most polls. But you'll see, yeah, Joe Biden, he still isn't gonna win with just Arizona. He needs Pennsylvania or Georgia. He needs those big states or possibly Iowa. But Iowa has made a huge trend to the right, so that's out of the picture for him. So yeah, it's Pennsylvania is probably the most competitive state. It's literally hanging on a thread. Donald Trump in the lead in Pennsylvania by just barely a point. This could easily change. Donald Trump in August this month won two polls in Arizona, thus said breaking the Biden lead in the state of Arizona. So yes, Arizona is going to be a competitive state, but I would think Pennsylvania is going to be competitive. All in together, every swing state is competitive. You want to win. So yes, you want Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona. All these swing states. You'll see, yes, you would think, oh, is Joe Biden still doing good in Wisconsin? Yes, he is, unfortunately. He is paving the way by an 8-point margin. I think this is very unrealistic. I mean, Michigan is way more closer. It's like Michigan and Wisconsin totally flipped places. So I think it's totally absurd. But once again, Wisconsin polling is horrible. Horrible. We could take the L, Wisconsin. Minnesota triumphs in the polls when it comes to their polling. So yeah, something that makes us better than Wisconsin. I love it. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the debates today. It's going to be a little awkward without Trump, and I'm hoping he not too much damage will be done. But I will tell you, this is going to backfire. Absolutely, it's going to backfire because you are literally not going. How is Donald Trump supposed to literally defend himself all the way from Mar-a-Lago? Because this debate is in Milwaukee, and Trump excused himself from this debate. So, in my opinion, Trump doesn't really get to argue and point fingers at the GOP candidates because he excused himself from the debate. So, if he really wanted to debate and argue, then he should have gone to the debate. So, yes, but this is not just the only debate. Maybe Trump will go on the second debate. I'm hoping so. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.